What's going on, guys? Auzio here and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have the summer heat attackers tier list, the tier list that everyone has been waiting for. The attackers are, I wouldn't say the most hyped, I would actually say the midfielders and defenders are the most hyped. If you guys haven't watched that yet, link will obviously be in the description. But this tier list is going to be very interesting because there is going to be some players that are going to go into S. There's going to be bare minimal probably that goes into A, but I know there's going to be a lot that goes into B. But we are going to start off with Junior. By the way, I have not included any foot draft players, so all the foot draft players like Ryan Kent and stuff like that are kept to a side. Now first up we do have Junior, and without a doubt he is going to go into the S tier. This Junior card is like, he's like a cheap team of the year Neymar without the 5-star weak foot. He is so good. He feels amazing on the ball. His shooting ability is top tier. He's got the pace as well. So definitely, without a doubt, he goes into the S tier. Next up, we do have Verdi. Now, Verdi is a very interesting one simply because he's pretty much got it all apart from strength. So he's got the dribbling, the shooting, the pace, the passing, and he feels absolutely ridiculous on the ball. So I am going to put Verdi into the A tier. Next up, we do have Trezeguet, and come on now, the 5-star weak foot, the 5-star skill moves. Why Aston Villa? Why couldn't you just hold that 1-0 lead? Literally, we would have had a +3 Trezeguet, but we ended up only getting a +1, which is not terrible because I actually rated his 92 card a 10 out of 10, and obviously I rated his 93 card a 10 out of 10 as well. But Trezeguet, without a doubt, he is going to go into the S tier. Next up, we do have Bernardo Silva, and Bernardo Silva is a really nice one because he's a dribbling aspect to his game is unbelievable. He's got a pace, the shooting ability as well, the passing ability. The only thing he does really slack is obviously that strength that kind of comes into play time to time, but I believe Bernardo Silva is one of those ones that he slips straight past it. But either way, Bernardo Silva is definitely going to go into the A section. Next up, we do have Alexis Sanchez. Now, when I did this review, he was actually quite disappointing because I could not believe the amount of times I missed chances with him. I really couldn't. It was one of those ones where he is like a really good player, but at the same time, I think he's a better winger than he is a striker. It's just one of those ones where he's got the pace now, the dribbling. This upgrade, by the way, was one of the biggest upgrades that we have seen through the summer heat. And I don't know, this card I don't believe is on Junior's or Trezeguet's level. Now, Sanchez, if there was like an A+, it would be. He really would be there. But because there isn't, I'm going to have to put him A. I do not believe he's up to the level with Trezeguet or Junior. Next up, we do have Ribery, though. Apparently, we're getting all the S tier players out the way because Ribery, I don't really have to say much, do I? 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. He's got everything in the locker. Strength, pace, dribbling, shooting, and passing. Everything is there. There's not much to say. He's got the bulky, I think, no, not the bulky body, sorry. He's got like a muscular body in-game, which allows him to get into a lot of contact situations. But I don't mind that because he's got that high strength to win those battles. Next up, we do have Rebic. Now, Rebic, for me, is an interesting one because he's got a 4-star, and he's got like great attributes to his game with the strength and physicality. But at the same time, he's a 6'1" striker. Now, when it comes down to 6'1" strikers, I don't really like it too often. But at the same time, he's not a bad card. He's amazing at shooting. So I am going to put Rebic into the B section for now. He might move down. Next up, we do have Pulisic though. And if I'm putting Bernardo Silva into A, I have to put Pulisic because it's same aspects, exactly the same. Shooting nice, pace nice, dribbling nice, passing nice, physical stats slack a little bit. So he's definitely, for me, Pulisic is, you know, the winger of dreams pretty much. But at the same time, do not try him up front. Next up, we do have Perisic though. Perisic is an outrageous card, like an outrageous card because this time he actually has everything. The pace, the dribbling, the shooting, the passing, the physicality. You know, he doesn't feel as good as obviously Pulisic or Bernardo Silva. But when this card came out, and still to this very day, I hate using him. I hate going against him because he just runs straight past everyone. He bodies everyone. And there's no chance of stopping him when he's running. So definitely, without a doubt, Perisic is going to go into the A section. Next up, we do have Paulinho though. What happened to this promo, by the way? Honest to God, what happened to it? They had like a decent idea, but at the same time, EA completely scrapped the idea as soon as the first one got disliked quite a lot. So Paulinho, for me, even though his stats aren't outrageous. They're good, but they aren't outrageous. He's still going to go into the D section because I don't believe he lived up to his stats. I really don't. His stats are good. As I said, they're not outrageous, but they're good, okay? He's got a 4-star skill moves, the 4-star weak foot, but at the same time, he did not feel like that in-game. He really, really didn't. Next up, we have Divock Origi. Now, Divock, the 4-star skill moves, the 4-star weak foot, decent dribbling stats, but at the same time, doesn't feel like it in-game. The physicality is there, the pace is there, the shooting is there, but Origi, mate, I do not believe you deserve to be into the B section, unfortunately. Next up, we do have Mackies, I believe is how you pronounce it. And he was like the underdog, because he was up against Junior. And obviously, Real Madrid against this team, it probably was never going to end well. But at the same time, they didn't do too bad as far as I remember. I think it ended like 2-1. But at the same time, Junior was always going to get it. This guy was not bad, by the way. He was really, really nice. And for that reason, he is going to go into the B tier. He was a really good card. I liked how he's moved on the card. I liked his shooting ability. His shooting ability was one of the best aspects to his game. Now, next up, we do have Kubo. And this is exactly the same thing as like Bernardo Silva and Pulisic, right? If I have to put those in A, I have to put Kubo in A, because he does exactly the same as Pulisic and Bernardo. He's got the pace, the dribbling, the shooting, the passing. I actually believe Kubo is the better shooter out of all of them, because I just love how he goes in front of the goal and he just smashes it into the back of the net. With Pulisic and Bernardo Silva, they do the same, but for some reason, Kubo's shooting ability is glitched pretty much, where he can shoot at like a very tight angle and it will still go in. While Pulisic and Silva, it won't. But with Kubo, I have to put him on the same level as those two, because it's exactly the same. Dribbling, pace, shooting, passing, but no physical stats. Next up, we do have Jovich. Now, Jovich is an interesting one, okay? Because he has that 5-star weak foot to his game, which is very, very nice. But at the same time, he doesn't feel amazing on the ball. If you get him on the turn and shoot, yeah, it's going to go in. Let's all be fair. It's going to go in. But at the same time, he's not top tier. He really, really is. And when he came out, this was probably like, I think this was like one of the first cards that actually came out. But either way, Jovich was absolutely insane when he came out. But for now, because we got this Junior, Trezeguet, Ribery cards, he obviously got downgraded a little bit. Next up, we do have Daniel James. And I'm telling you, it's the same thing. It really is. We pretty much got 4 of the same wingers. And I do see in the comment section, you guys consistently asking, who do I pick? James, Kubo, Pulisic, or Silva? If I had to pick one right now, for down the wing, I would go Pulisic. But when it comes down to more central positions, I'll go Kubo and Bernardo Silva. And then Daniel James will probably be lost. But at the same time, I believe Daniel James, it's a hard one. Because Daniel James is like glitched. That's a hard one. It'd rather be Pulisic or Daniel James down the wing for me. And then probably Kubo and then Silva. But then down the middle will be Silva and Kubo. I can't really see me using James and Pulisic down the middle. It's a weird one, but at the same time, yeah, wingers for me, Pulisic and James. But next up, we do have Zlatan. Now, Zlatan is an interesting one once again, because he's got the stats. He really has that high strength, the high aggression, pace, dribbling, kind of dribbling. The balance slacks a little bit. Shooting, and he's got the passing ability, but at the same time, he is 6'5". When this card came out, I do believe I actually gave him a 10 out of 10, but he is a fun card, and these cards right here are all meta, okay? So if it was me, for fun wise, I would obviously put him A, maybe even S, but if we're going through meta wise, it is going to be into the B section. 6'5" Ibra. It's just not the one if you want to get those high tier ranks in foot champs. Next up, we do have Amino. Now, Amino, he's good, but he's not top tier. Like, his dribbling stats slack a lot. They really, really do. I don't like how he feels on the ball in game. He just doesn't feel like fluent, if you know what I mean. And his pace is good, but he's not insane. He's got the shooting ability. That's something I can agree with. But at the same time, the physical stats, the passing ability is there. But I don't believe, because this card slacks on some aspects, especially the biggest aspect is actually moving on the ball. I can't put him into the A tier. So Diaby, my guy Diaby. Okay, I see you. Now Diaby for me, it's going to be exactly the same, isn't it? It really, really is. I don't know, it's a hard one, because I really like this Diaby card and I still use him as a super sub till this very day. So I feel like I do need to put him into the A tier. This is probably going to go behind my camera now, so I am going to put him over here and then move him across. But yeah, Diaby, insane player. just the fact that he can run insanely fast, the dribbling, the shooting aspect is kind of there with the passing ability as well. But when he gets bodied, he does obviously get bodied. Next up, we do have Dembele. Now, Dembele, he has to go up there. 5-star, 5-star. Dribbling aspect to his game is unbelievable. Shooting aspect to his game is unbelievable. He's got everything in the locker apart from, obviously, physicality. But at the same time, Dembele is just on a whole new level. If, obviously, you had to pick between Dembele, Ribery, Trezeguet, or Junior, I would honestly go for Dembele. I just don't know. Something about Dembele with me, he just feels so fluent on the ball. He feels like he's absolute god tier. He feels up to the level that like he's a team of the year. That's how good Dembele is in this year. Next up, we do have Coleman. Now, the only thing that I really don't like about this Coleman card is his 3-star weak foot. And for that reason, I am going to put Coleman down here. I just don't respect him because of that 3-star weak foot. I will never respect someone with a 3-star weak foot. It's just always going to be clicking at the back of my head, thinking if you shoot with his weaker foot, it's most likely not going to go into the back of the net. So yeah, Coleman into the C section. Next up, we do have Callahan. Now, Callahan, he's a good one. He really is. He's just one of those ones where he has like just above a good stats, but at the same time, he's not an outrageous player. He's a player that will fit into anyone's team when you are, let's say, building like a road to glory and stuff like that. But at the same time, he will not be in people's team if they're like a pro, top 100, elite 2, elite 1. You know what I mean? But either way, Callahan, still a good player. I am going to put him into the B section. Next up, we do have Botus. Now, Botus is an interesting one because he's a cam that actually slacks long passing. So, you know, it's a tough one to take on the shoulder. I do not believe this guy is a striker. He's got the 95 pace, the 92 dribbling, the 90 shooting, and the 90 passing ability. I am actually going to put Botus into B simply because he has got the skill moves. He has got the weak foot, to be fair to him, but he's not on the level of like Coleman or Arigi's, because these two right here, they were like the big disappointments when it came down to the summer heat. Belotti though, Belotti's an interesting one because I don't believe I can put him into the A tier because he's got 3-star skill moves, but at the same time, he's got that 5-star weak foot. And he's got amazing shooting ability, amazing dribbling ability, and he has got a physicality to his game as well. So I'm actually going to put Belotti into the B tier, but that is going to be it for the attacking tier list. I'm going to look through this one more time just to quickly check, because I really do want to see if I put maybe someone too high, or even if I put someone maybe too low. Junior, Trezeguet, Ribery, Dembele, for me, that is literally perfect. James, yeah, definitely A. Verdi, A. Silva, A. Sanchez, A. Pulisic, A. Perisic, A. Kubo, A. Diaby, A. I don't believe I can move any of those down. Those guys deserve to be in those A tier. But this is when it comes down to contemplating, let's just say that. Rebic, I don't believe I can put him up because of his height. But at the same time, it's like, I kind of put Perisic up there, right? Rebic is a hard one. Rebic is really a hard one because I don't know, it's really tough because he can kind of play down the wing at the same time as well. Maybe if there was a B+, I would actually put Rebic up. You got the Mackies, you got the Jovich, Ibra, Amino, Callahan, Botus, Belotti. I don't believe I can move any one of them up, but at the same time, Ibra's an interesting one. I could honestly just say screw it and go for Ibra in A, but at the same time, he's 6'5", and I personally would never use him. If I would use him, it would be for fun, and he would be an outrageous player for fun. Next up, we do have Arigi and Coleman. I believe these two can stay down there. I really do. Even though Arigi has a 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, and his stats don't look terrible, it's just one of those ones where I really didn't like him in game. Coleman as well with the 3-star weak foot is never going to be great. And Paulinho, probably the biggest disappointment throughout the whole summer heat because they didn't continue the promo. I don't know why they didn't do it. It would have been extra content and obviously extra content for me. But that is going to be the end of the attacking tier list for the summer heat promo. It's looking pretty decent. By far, Summer Heat promo, I believe, was one of the best promos because there were so many good players in the promo. They gave us a variety as well. They didn't just give us consistent strikers, wingers, you know, all this kind of stuff, even though there's multiple wingers in here. They kind of gave us a variety with like league-wise as well, and I love this promo. I hope this promo does come back next year because it will be a banger as well. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, and for now, peace.